Good, good evening. Welcome back to another live video. It's your girl Lock Diaries here with a good video for you guys to let you know about all the transitions and why they actually happen. I'll be right back. Take one. If you know, you know. I feel like, keeping up with blonde was a lot of work. So, first thing up is the number one reason why. First, before I get into all of that, please make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. I'm here with some real tea for those people that think about getting lost or got lost, wanting to explore, giving you guys some facts that will really, really help you out on your journey. So, for me, one of the first things that made me want to just, transition out of the blonde hair was honestly speaking that I felt like I always need a full face of makeup every time I walked out the house, whether my hair was done or not done. Something about the blonde color on my brown skin made my face look really pale and made me really feel like I had to have a nicely beat on my face whenever I went out to the store or went short distance or long distance. I had to be able to put on makeup. I mean, eyeliner, mascara, foundation, concealer. I felt like I could not leave the house without it because I felt like my face looked so pale with the blonde hair color. But that's just me. Maybe some girls don't feel that way. Maybe some guys don't feel that way. But I feel like I had to put on a lot of makeup with the blonde hair color. Like my bags, my under bags would show, my dark circles would show really brightly and profoundly. Any blemishes on my face would really stick out a lot to me, where I felt like I noticed it immediately. And honestly speaking, I'm not a girl that's fully, experienced in, the whole makeup game. It's something I just learned during the pandemic. So I really didn't like that for me. Like, I'm really not a makeup girl. Makeup girl, I'm just learning. So that kind of like sucked for me for the blonde hair. Despite how popular and beautiful I felt with the color, I'm just not a girl that wants to put on makeup every day, Monday through Friday or Monday through Sunday. Like, that's just not me. But if you're that girl and you have some cool tips or tricks, definitely leave a comment at the end of this video or any point at this video and let me know, how you get around it and make it look simple and it's not a lot of work and it's realistic to do on a regular basis. But that's my first thing up. So if you can relate to that, please add a comment. Let me know what you think about that. And definitely let me know if there's anything you want to add to that. But for me, that was something that was a real stickler for me. Having to do the foundation all the time, the concealer, the full face of makeup was really, really a lot, and I just really couldn't get with it every day. But that's just me. So number two, number two, number two, number two. Number two for me, realistically, was just really just knowing it was a lot of maintenance. Blonde hair was a lot of maintenance. So again, with black hair, with darker color hair, you may be able to get by with, not having the neatest hair color or neatest retwist or neatest style or, having your hair not be noticeably dry or kinky or messy. And with blonde hair, you got to be on top of that. It's just not the same. So it reminded me so much of how I needed to definitely just be on top of my hair being oiled, moisturized, conditioned, washed, sprayed, done, how I presented myself in person, when I was out and about, how my hair was styled. I feel like just pushing it back, on a ponytail or a headband wasn't always, so doable because of the bright color. It definitely needed, to be styled more often, in my opinion. It definitely needs to be touched up more, in the roots, in my opinion. It's not a style that I feel you just let it grow out and just not take care of it. And I definitely had the moments where I was kind of slipping, sliding, I can't get up. It's just not on top of it. And I saw a lot of little flakes, on my shirt and my pillow around the house, from just, treating it like it wasn't blonde, treating it like it didn't need extra 10, 11K because it was blonde, and it was bleached, and it was stripped, and it was dyed, and it was alcohol and peroxide pneumonia. You know what I mean? Like, just really, really not noticing like how it would stick out like a stickler, and if it's not done, it's noticeable. If it's dry, it's noticeable. If it's damaged, it's noticeable. Like, just really, really not paying attention to all those tips and tricks that were really, really important. I'm like, you know what? Blonde stands out a lot. I need something more subtle, something more not so noticeable, something not so, vivid when I walk into a room or when I'm on a block or in an area that I'm just noticed because If I'm having a bad hair day, a messy hair day, if I'm in between retwists and I feel like getting my hair done and it's looking like uh that first impression, that appearance is you dig. But again, that's just me. But for me, I definitely just felt like, the blonder, the brighter, the whiter the hair is, it must be maintained and upkept and oiled and shined and looking great all the time. Yes, you can definitely let your hair breathe and have that fuzzy look, but I feel like with the blonde, not so much. Other colors, yes, but blonde looks really dry quickly, really dull quickly, really, damaged easily, to the close naked eye. And I just really didn't like the way that looked, and I know I'm lazy by nature, so I'm like that was a sector for me. So that's another thing. Reason why I just switched. I'm like, you know what? I need something that's not gonna cause so much attention, something that's not too noticeable, something that's not too vivid. So, oh my god, I'm noticing when I step into a room. I need something more subtle, and that's the second reason why I left the blonde and went somewhere else. So if you know, leave a comment. Let me know, from your perspective, what was your reason? Why did you, transition from the blonde? What did you transition from blonde into? What was the next color you went to after your blonde? And if you didn't, you just went to your regular roots. That's all good. So you can definitely let us know about that as well. Um, but me, I kept going to different areas, different colors, different wavelengths. So, lastly, the third reason. Today, I gave you guys three facts why I switched up from my blonde color, into like a different color, which was the safe color, which was the ombre color of the red and chocolate brown and the honey blonde tips. So, the third reason why I transitioned all the way back to something safer, something darker, something not as blonde and bright as the blonde bleach platinum was because hair care. I want to be able to hair care. I want to have great hair care. I want to be able to, make sure I can maintain these locks for years to come. I want to be able to see it flourish. I want to see it blossom. And I want to treat it with tender love and care. After playing with it for the time I played with it, it was about hair care, maintaining it, making sure it looked good, felt good, would be good, would flourish the way I wanted to. I don't want damaged hair, did not want to damage hair anytime, but did want to have fun and explore and play with my hair on my life journey because that's what it's here for, to see what we can do, what we can't do, how to love and care and treat for it. And I just was like, okay, I had that moment. Now back to, doing what we need to do, make sure it's healthy, promoting healthy hair from root to end to tip, conditioning, protein treatment, leave-in conditioners, oils, soft caps, silk pillowcases, bonnets, all that tender love and care, massages, scalp rubs, all the good stuff. Just making sure I'm giving it everything it needs and more, all the time. I'm not neglecting it for any reason whatsoever. So those were things that are really important to me. So like, you know what? Blonde was cute. Honey blonde was cute. Platinum blonde was cute, but now it's time to transition to something more safer, something more realistic, something more manageable, something that, won't cause me more work and maintenance to do outside of getting my own retwist. And that is the three reasons why I switched up from my honey blonde, platinum blonde, bleach blonde hair to the ombre color of the bright red, the chocolate brown, and the honey blonde or light brown end tips. That's why I realized, what was important. Hair health was important, not wanting to wear makeup all the time, when I woke up, it was super important to me. And it being not noticeably dry and, unkept and undone and, and just, looking messy to the eye when I walked out over a darker color was important to me. So I'm like, you know what? I want to go something was more comfortable, something that's, more my comfort zone, something more that, I don't have to be on top of it every single second of the minute of the hour. And with blonde, honey blonde, bleach blonde, platinum blonde, you have to be on top of it. You cannot walk outside looking, like you just woke up, like you didn't get any rest because it really shows on your face. And it's a Marilyn Monroe kind of thing, it's that really I see you, you've entered the room, and if you don't want that attention, tone it down to something more safe, more your complexion, more your tone, more your comfort zone. And that's what I did. So those are the three reasons why I switched up from my bleach blonde, my platinum blonde, my honey blonde to something different. And if you know, you could know. Again, leave a comment, share my video, ask a question, and I will reach out to you. And when I see a comment in real time, and let you know anything you want. Peace out. Have a great one. Love you guys for popping in. Shout out to anybody who's new here. Shout out to my day ones. Shout out to Brazil, Africa, Europe, Japan, China, the UK, all the people that be showing me love in the YouTube studios. I see you. Thank you guys for rocking out for me, rocking with me, and stay tuned my next video tomorrow when I'm doing a little live unravel of my chunky twists I've had in my hair ever since pre-vacation. And I'll definitely fill you guys in on a video about mini vacation highlights that were really important for me for the hair care. You know what I mean? So peace out. Have a good one. Bye, y'all.